calling all? It's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one whom isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If you will be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it will be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign. So please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading may apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be pertaining to you or any and everyone else in between that you may or may not know. So with that being said, guys, let's get started. I do hope everyone is doing well and feeling well. Okay. So your overall messages are as follows. We have wickedness in high places, beast system 666, evildoers in disguise, government cruel and unusual punishment, greed, listen to your intuition, or excuse me, let your intuition guide you, and systematic abuse. Somebody is dealing with some type of cruel and unusual punishment, and this is a part of some type of systematic abuse, okay? This could be some type of psychological operation. This could be social engineering. This could be a multitude of different things that these wickedness in high places do to civilians, due to the people, okay? No matter where you are, this is going on like worldwide, okay? I feel like a lot of which is what is done is due to some type of greed in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. This world is not run off the values that people think that it is run on, okay? It's all about manipulation. It is all about control, and because of this, there's a lot of deception and various different underhanded things that goes on, okay? These evildoers in disguise could be around you. But Spirit wants you to listen to your wisdom, okay? Allow your intuition, allow your wisdom to guide you, okay? So we're going to get some further clarification to see exactly what is going on here. Spirit, clarify wickedness in high places. Okay, the wicked in high places, they do things on purpose to cause towers in people's life, cause towers in, you know, a country near you, in the world, period. This is kind of like it's a multitude of different things, okay? Order out of chaos, problem, reaction, solution, their new world order agenda, okay? But these tragic situations, these chaotic things that are occurring on a daily basis around us are some of which are used for distractions for other means, okay? But this could be problems of any kind, okay? That's centered around disruptions, deceptions, destructions, chaos, tragedy, okay? Tragic news, tragic information. They're controlling every aspect of these things, guys. These towers cause sudden upheavals, sudden shakeups of things, okay? This could be, like I said, problems of any kind that happens all of a sudden out the blue, okay? From illnesses to injuries, murder, death, harm, destruction, lies, deaths, disruptions, just a lot of different things here, guys, okay? So Spirit, clarify evildoers in disguise. Evildoers in disguise. These evildoers in disguise, they're money-hungry gold diggers. They're all about the money, okay? Most, if not all, things that they do is for something to be beneficial to them, okay? This card says time is money, okay? So stop wasting it. They feel like if it don't make money, it don't make sense, okay? This is not money for the world, money for the people, money for your country. This is money for them, okay? And these individuals will lie, cheat, steal, kill, destroy for this power, for this wealth, okay? Which is why these individuals sold out a long time ago, and they have aligned themselves with demonic entities and deities in an effort to have this power and control in this world here, okay? So to clarify, government, cruel and unusual punishment. Government, cruel and unusual punishment. The fact of the matter is these individuals are cold-blooded killers. This is my cold-blooded killer death card. These individuals are responsible for a whole lot of bodies, okay? They literally carry with them the Grim Reaper energy. They care not who they bring murder, death, harm, destruction, illness, injuries to, okay? Y'all remember that show that used to come on... I think it was like A Million Ways to Die. Literally, these people have, and it was a show and how people died in just like random, just unexpected ways. This reminds me of that. These people literally have a million different ways to kill off the people. This is what they're too coward to stand before the people to say they would never do such a thing, even though they parade around like, you know, they're the big bad wolves. They're the ones that's in power and control, and they do what they want. And what are you going to do about it type of attitude? They never will stand before the people and matter of factly say any of these things. Why? Because there would be civil unrest. Why? Because everybody in the world would rise up against every freaking government, and technically, literally, there'd be nothing they could do besides run underground. But so for that, they will never or either nuke us all, okay, because they have access to the nuclear weapons around the world, but then that would leave them open for invasion by other countries. So technically, like I said, there would be nothing that they could do if there were ever civil unrest to the point of like worldwide civil unrest, where all of the people rose up against all of their governments, and there was a war between the people and the governments. They could do nothing but run underground. But these individuals, they're cold-blooded killers, evildoers in disguise, okay? Many of these individuals parade around like leaders, like they're righteous, they're upstanding, they're pillars of the community, they care about their countries, they care about their people, they come off as highly educated because they have these degrees, they've gone to these prestigious colleges, they have certain positions, titles, and roles, they have a certain amount of privilege or success, so they come from particular bloodlines, and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 who, whatever, but they are cold-blooded killers. Period, point blank. And it's the reason for their government cruel and unusual punishment, and they do this in various different ways, okay? So their greed is plain and simple because they're chained to the devil here, okay? You have to understand that, and this is the reason why they so vigorously hide even some of the simplest things from the people. It's not for your protection. This is the reason why when it comes to other life, life on other planets and in other species and all these other type of things, the governments have been in communication with these entities, with these deities. They've been here. They were here before we were even here. And those of them in power made a pact with them a long time ago, and these individuals will stay in hiding, stay underground, as long as they continue to be fed. What they don't want the people to know is that these entities and deities, they feed off of human flesh. Just as human beings eat animals, these entities and deities eat humans, okay? They don't eat animals, and this is the reason why there are such high levels of murder, death, harm, and destruction every single day. That's the reason why there are so many blood sacrifices. These are the gods that they have to feed and keep fed. Otherwise, they will come to the surface, okay? And they are beastly figures, okay? They are, many of you, if you've seen them, many of you would die of shock as to how they look. But they've been here. They were here first. And the problem with them is the fact that they were here first. That they feel like once humans came along, we took over. They want to be out in the open. Is the war, is the real problem with them. But as I said, if they were, human beings would be afraid, would be scared out of their mind, okay? But that goes into something else. The reason why the greed is here, so that these people have the power and the setup, because there's a lot of things that go on, and many of us regular, everyday, average Joe people can sit back and like, you know, how dare these people? Like, who in the fuck died and left them, of all people, the hell in charge? And how do they get away with all the wicked, evil, demonic shit that they do? It's because that they secretly made pacts with certain unhuman entities and deities a long time ago. You call them aliens, but that is a human term. Okay, that is a lot of things that you call, the names that you have come up with for certain things has been human created. That's what humans call them. Okay, all your supposed scientific geniuses or whatever, you know, whoever decided to call these beings aliens, technically, if you think about it, if they were here first, technically we would be the aliens and not them, considering the fact that they would have been the breed. You're talking about entities and deities who lived amongst other species that to our knowledge, what we have been told is today extinct. Okay, but anyway, this greed stems from that. Okay, these people wanted the power. They wanted all the power. They wanted all the control. They wanted all the wealth, and so it's been all about greed for them. Okay, and in an effort for them to have all this power, have all this privilege, have all this wealth, be able to run, rule, and control the world as they do, they had to sell out. They had to make these pacts, these deals with these beastly entities and deities. Okay, whether you want to, you can call them whatever you want to, whether you want to call them reptilians or whatever. There's many different species. Okay, but these individuals sold out a long time ago, and it's because of their demonic attachment, okay? And this ties into your supposed elites, your satanic powers that be, your shadow government. These are the truths that they know, that they absolutely refuse to share with the people, okay? These individuals sold out a long time ago, okay? This is also another reasoning and for a lot of their secret societies forming the ideal that they have this secret knowledge. They're the illuminated ones, the enlightened ones, and all of this other shit is the very reasons that they have to take part in these demonic practices and different things that they do. This is what they sold out to, okay? And when I speak of they, we're talking about the rulers of the world, the highest of the high, the rulers of the world who run, rule, and control everything, okay? These individuals are very toxic, okay? These individuals have a lot of bad habits, have a lot of addictions, have a lot of attachments, and various different things. They're very evil, wicked, and sinister and demonic in various different ways, which these are the wickedness in high places, okay? They are full of greed. All they care about is greed. All they care about is money and power. And as long as they have money and power, they go along. They are okay with all this evil, wickedness that goes on around us every single day. This is the reason why these individuals are cold-blooded killers. Okay, it's the reason why they do such sinister things in secret to the people. They care not about us at all, as long as it keeps them in power, as long as it keeps them wealthy, okay? Spirit, clarify, let your wisdom guide you. see temperance here. Many of individuals, also I see the high priestess here, okay? Many of you may intuitively know, okay, about these otherworldly situations, maybe about a lot of the things that's going on, the reasoning for the cruel and unusual punishment, the reasoning for the systematic abuse, the evildoers in disguise, the satanic powers that be, the shadow government, the wickedness in high places here, okay? But for those of you who are angelic beings, who are earth angels, who are light workers, those of you who are believers and you are healers, there's this innocence to you, this purity to you. You have this level of faith and hope, this sweetness, this honesty to you here. We have certain missions, even though all of the chaotic things that's happening around us, we still have this mission while we're here on earth, okay? A calling on our life, a destiny to fulfilled, which is the reason why many of us, once we awaken, we step into our life purpose and different things. And as high priestesses, the high priest or high priestess, you know, secret knowledge, secret information. What I'm telling you, what I was just talking about is secret knowledge. It's occultic knowledge. It's secret information, okay, that ties into these elites, these authorities. These are the hidden things that they don't talk to the people about. These are the higher powers, okay? This is the reason for these secret societies. This is the reason for these otherworldly situations, these classified operations, and various different things like that. Some of you may this may be intuition just on your part. Some of you may hold some type of psychic abilities in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But many of us are being divinely guided, okay? Those of us who are really chosen and divinely guided, we're not fearful of the wickedness in high places. Why? Because many of us have enough sense, enough knowing to know that we're not from here anyway. This is not our home, okay? We're just visiting, okay? And the like I said, we're just visiting here, okay? So with all of the evil that's happening around us, that's even happening to us, not only are we being divinely guided, but we have to be tempered in how we move forward or move through life, okay? Especially in an effort to fulfill our missions. But this is the very reason why a lot of us become targets, or why a lot of us began to get attacked, okay? Because if you notice, the satanic powers that be, they seemingly don't seem to bother, even though they're always doing something, doing these evil, wicked things that's going on around us. They seemingly don't bother you until the moment that they realize that you are awakened. From the moments that they realize that you are awakened and you speak out about truth and clarity is when they vigorously attack you, when they vigorously surveillance you and different things, okay? And they do this cruel and unusual punishment. They go about their systematic abuse in the way of attacking people, okay? But you have to let your wisdom guide you. You have to listen to your intuition, okay? Like I said, many of us get divine guidance on how to survive, on how to live, on how to move forward, or what we can do to help. But this is what's going on around us, guys. Spirit, clarify systematic abuse. Systematic abuse. So this systematic abuse, just like, look at this. Both of these are death cards. The first one was my cold-blooded killer death card. This is just my death card, okay? The death talks about loss of life, endings, okay? Transformations, change, release, reliefs, conclusions, as well as beginnings, okay? A death of something. This is the reason why for the systematic abuse, for the government cruel and unusual punishment, okay? What they will not tell you is that they want to put an end to the people, to humanity, okay? And they want to create their own race in their image, okay? Something else in which they will not tell you, okay? This is all a part of their beast system. This is all a part of their new world order, okay? An ending is sure to come, okay? A great ending, okay? And this is the reason why these individuals are saturated in death. They're cold-blooded killers, and they want an ending, okay? You have to understand that before you can have a new beginning, there has to be an ending, okay? Endings, after endings is transformation. After transformation is change. After all of those things, okay, is when you can have a rebirth. And once you have a rebirth, then you can have a beginning, okay? And this is what they are accomplished. Look at this, okay? This white horse symbolizes death, okay? This is your wickedness in high places, okay? You see how this white horse is centered around nothing but darkness, look like wickedness, evil, okay? Even this flag here that this knight is carrying here, okay? This is the symbol of death here, okay? And they want this death to come to the world. This is the reason why they have, like I said, a million different ways to kill us, okay? The air you breathe in, the water you drink, the foods you eat, medications, okay? Disease that's created in labs and put out here on purpose to kill. There's a million different ways, okay? Not to mention everything else that they can control. Which is why all these freak accidents are happening and different things or whatever. A lot of people don't look. You have so many. It amazes me how many statistics there are and how many people like to fact check this and how many polling numbers on this, that, and the other. But do you know that most suicides are persons who have successfully committed suicide? They were pushed to suicide. These persons wasn't suicidal on their own. They didn't go along with suicide on their own. They were pushed to that. There was things that was strategically done by these individuals to cause these people. See, everybody's mind frame is not on the same level. You understand what I'm saying? And so some people can be pushed over the edge more than others, okay? Whereas if this person may be easily pushed to suicide, this person over here may be easily pushed to homicide. Either way it go, there's still deaths that's occurring. You understand? So there's a lot of different things, a lot of different ways in how things happen to cause deaths, okay? The population is real. Okay? And you have to ask yourself, who in the hell? You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about individuals so high up in power where they literally have meetings and talks amongst each other to determine that there's too many people in the world using too much stuff. Like, but to me, I feel like, well, who in the fuck died and left your ass in charge to say that there's too many people in the one place, the only place that human beings have ever known that they could even fucking live in the first damn place? Who are you to decide that there's too many people here? Who are you to decide of how, you know what I'm saying, how big one's family should be, or how many children one should have, or how people should procreate amongst each other? Like, who the fuck are you? But this is what these individuals are doing. This is the things that they are talking about amongst each other, okay? This is the reason why from the moment that new life is brought into this world, before that child leaves the hospital, you have no idea of just how much, we're going to say, drugs is pumped into them, okay? And you're forcibly made to take that child to their pediatrician, and at certain different times have even more drugs that they have a mind to say to protect them from this and to protect them from that. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. All of that shit that is being pumped up in people in various different times, and you know what I mean. You have to be careful about certain words that you use. We're supposed to have freedom of speech, and there's supposed to be freedom of the press. But we have to tiptoe around regular fucking words in the world. It's a damn shame. Because I can sit on here and talk about sex all day, every day. No problem. I can sit on here and say as many profane words as I want to. No problem. But if I talk about certain pharmaceuticals or use certain words just because they say, anything that goes along, goes against anything that they say, then somehow freedom of speech get ripped from you. Somehow the people are wrong. So they strip you from the very rights that they the fuck even came the fuck up with. It's amazing. So nevertheless, you'll know what I mean. See, these things alter people's minds. Okay? Lowers people's sperm counts. Lower people's fertility rates. Okay? A lot of different things. They got a million different ways to kill us. Okay? Million different ways to kill us. That's the reason why they will never completely put an end. You have to ask yourself, why is it you got so many people who are in power and authority? I'm talking, do you know how many millionaires and billionaires it is? Do you know how many trillionaires it is? Just them coming together could put an end to homelessness, hunger, drug trafficking, human trafficking. You have to ask yourself, why won't they? They're not put an end to those things. Those are billion-dollar operations. Those are done on purpose. Do you know the majority of the people who are homeless, they was forced to homelessness? Nobody talks about that, though. It's a lot easier for you to walk past a homeless person on the street and just think they're, a jackass or nobody who wants to do nothing with themselves or whatever. They might have fallen prey to that. They may have become statistic to that, okay? But there's a lot of people who are on the street because they were forced to homelessness. They were targeted. They were forced to homelessness on purpose. Nobody wakes up one day and be like, yeah, you know what? Just want to live on the streets. Nobody says that. Nobody does that. People don't look into these things. That's something else that is strategically done by your government. Nobody looks into these things, okay? Guess what? Homeless people who have no family, who have no friends, who have no credentials, who have no money, who have no job, guess what? They're easier to kill. That's why a lot of times you can see them one day, and the next day they might be gone. Nobody knows. Nobody's missing them. Nobody's asking about them. Nobody knows where they went. Okay? So this happens all the time. They have strategic ways of attacking all kind of people. This is the reason why there's so many distractions out here. There's things that's put out here on purpose in the hopes that you will drive yourself to various different things. This is the reason why the drugs are on the streets. There will never be a time where the streets are completely free of drugs. Never. That's out there on purpose in the hopes that you would fall prey to drug addiction. Because as long as you are addicted to drugs, not only is this slowly killing you, which is their main goal, but you're destroying your own self, you're destroying your own life. And you can destroy others as well. All of this is out here on purpose. All of this is also keeping you distracted from everything else that is going on around you. They got a million different ways to kill us. And guess what? Even if you know how many people are health nuts out there? They exercise and they work out every day. They eat right. They drink plenty of water. They get adequate sleep. And different things. They don't excessively drink alcohol. They don't do any drugs or anything like that. Guess what? They have ways to get those people. It doesn't matter what way. So I'm not talking about any one kind of people. It doesn't matter the walk of life that you may have. Whether you're someone who has fallen prey to drug use and abuse or alcoholism or, a life of partying and living carelessly and recklessly, or, they have different ways to kill you. All of you all use chemicals every day. It doesn't matter if you have a healthy lifestyle or a poor lifestyle. You use chemicals. You put chemicals on you every single day of some kind. You have no idea. You entrust that there's nothing harmful in the things that you are using, and the things that you are ingesting, and the things that you take a bath with, and the things that you wash your hair with, and the things that you brush your teeth with, that you gargle with, and your lotions and your perfumes and your sprays and your all kinds of things. These are all chemicals. A million different ways to kill you. More than half of the populations worldwide, you can go from country to country, more than half of their population is on some form of medication. Some form of medication. More than half of the population. You know how toxic those medications are? And guess what? Some people are on drugs that's supposed to be life-saving. And it's really, what y'all don't understand about drugs, there's no drug that's been created to really cure anything. It enables you to maybe live longer, but it doesn't cure. There's no drug that cures a problem. For any major illness, at least. Okay? It just masks it. For instance, if you go to a therapist and you tell a therapist, oh my God, I'm depressed or whatever, that depression don't go away. Then give you a pill. This pill just tricks your mind to make you not cry about something anymore, not really think about something anymore, not really care about something anymore. But whatever problem that you had that you were depressed about, technically that problem is still there. Technically your depression is still there, but that pill that was given to you has tricked your mind into not worrying about it, to where you think that you are no longer depressed. You understand what I'm saying? If you're depressed because you have no money to pay your bills, okay, and or to pay your rent or whatever, and you decide to go and talk to a counselor or a therapist or something about that, technically you still can't pay your bills. You still may not be able to pay your bills or have a place to stay or whatever your problem is, okay? But if that therapist tell you, oh, just take this mild sedative and it'll calm you down and it'll relax you, okay, fine. But guess what? You're still liable to be out on your ass if you can't pay your bills or your rent. You can't call up the people that you owe for your utility bill and say, oh my gosh, I'm depressed, this is going on, but I went to see a therapist and they gave me some medication, and they'd be like, oh, okay, well, you don't have to pay this much. That's not how that happens. So it's a pill that tricks you. It doesn't cure depression. It doesn't cure anxiety. It tricks your mind into believing that it's not there. So nevertheless, guys, this is what's going on. This is what is going on, okay? Spirit wants to talk about the wickedness in high places, who are evildoers in disguise, okay? And the governmental, cruel, and unusual punishment. Spirit, clarify wickedness in high places with the Tower. Wickedness in high places with the Tower. So I have official persons here, okay? I seen wealthy men as well. There it is. So these wealthy men and women and these official persons in power, which would be like government officials on various different levels, whether military or other positions, or make up these wickedness in high places, okay? And goes along with, I feel like these wealthy men and women makes up the wickedness in high places, and they control the official persons in power, because they're the ones who they get to partake in this cruel and unusual, this governmental cruel and unusual punishment. Spirit, clarify evildoers in disguise. And it could be why. These evildoers in disguise, spirit is saying, are false persons, okay? They're wearing a mask. They're not who they appear to be. These individuals are fake, phony, fraudulent, untrue, okay? They put on this facade to make people believe whatever it is that how they want to be seen to the people, but like I said, they're wearing a mask. So behind the scenes, these individuals are involved in a lot of evil, wicked, demonic, toxic, deceiving things, okay? And they're in disguise because these people are liars, cheaters, deceivers, manipulators, con artists. They're betraying the world. They're disloyal unto the people, okay? Spirit, clarify cruel and unusual punishment with the cold-blooded killer death card. Cruel and unusual punishment with the cold-blooded killer death card here. I've literally just seen bad health, and I seen the coffin, okay? What this cruel and unusual punishment, I told you, is meant to kill, steal, and destroy, period. And they have various different ways of doing this. Spirit, clarify cruel and unusual punishment. We have the coffin here. I feel like I also see community here. I'm going to say community, okay? Because I feel like this cruel and unusual punishment they're doing amongst communities, like whole communities. Y'all have no idea that there are whole areas, some places, like whole cities, where people coming and going, thinking they living and doing as they please, and they all under mind control. They're all under, like, they're all being controlled. Their thoughts, their actions, their everything. They're doing this on whole communities, whole cities. There's social engineering operations that's going on. Whole studies. This is the reason why the government has been fascinated with the brain so much. They haven't been fascinated with the human brain so that they can come up with some life-saving cure for the people to live forever and ever. Trust and believe me, there is nothing that the government creates that is in the best interest of the people. Everything that is invented or created, the government uses as a weapon against the people. Period. That is a fact. That's a fact. You have no idea how many scientists is somewhere behind the scenes underground right now having their minds worked to death for the government, and everything that they invent and they create, they have to give over to the government, and the government then takes that and use it as a weapon against the people. A lot of people blame the scientists, and it is somewhat their fault, because I feel like even as scientists, why in the hell would you want to create some of the most harmful, evil, wicked shit? And what did you think was going to be done with it? You shouldn't even be inventing this shit, creating this shit. And then if you have sold out and you in the pocket of the satanic powers that be, what the hell did you think that they was going to do? Of course they're going to take your invention. They're going to take your work. Okay? And they're going to use it to benefit them. What pisses me off the most is a lot of time they claim that they're needing this and that built and created for war weapons to fight against insurgents or the enemy or some shit like that. But to this day, they ain't using none of that shit on no terrorists nowhere. They're using that on the people, on communities everywhere. I was watching this show the other day. It's called Quantico. Okay, and there was this group of scientists. So the FBI group. Well, it was a combination. Some of them was FBI, some of them was CIA. They had went through FBI and CIA training, but they ended up being this secret black ops group that was funded by the government. Okay, and they go out, they do all this crazy ass shit, y'all. Okay, but on this one mission, they was having to protect these scientists. Okay, who they had created this. It's a gun. Okay, but you could like dial up some shit in this gun, and it will particularly it knew how to particularly target a certain person hit their heart and kill them instantly once you dialed in whatever combination is good. And I'm like, why the fuck would a scientist want to invent this? And so it was this argument between the scientists, and they were like gripping and holding on to their inventions, because the reason why the black ops group ended up having to protect them, because there started being people coming after them trying to steal their inventions or whatever. And the one scientist was like, well, we just invent or create whatever the government tell them to, and different shit like that or whatever. And I'm like, you have to know. And it was like, the going guy, he said that. He was like, we have no idea what they're going to use it for or whatever. But sure enough, they use this shit on civilians. They use this shit on people. You know what I'm saying? And this just happened to be one invention. Like, there's all kinds of things that these people invent in secret or whatever. But it's literally a gun, y'all. Okay? And she was able to put in certain numbers, like whatever these numbers were. These numbers can be specific to a particular person that identifies with them, like these numbers. And she was in a whole nother room, and she put the numbers in there. She shot this weapon. This bullet flew out. It like went out, looped back around, and flew in a whole nother room to hit this guy specifically in the heart to kill him instantly. And it was crazy. So that's just an example. That was something I seen on the show the other day. But these people do create, whether they actually have that or not, which, they possibly could. But whether they have that or not, they definitely have created a lot. Like, you have to understand, just think about the things that we know about. Okay? Think about MK Ultra mind control. There was a scientist who came up with the formulas for that programming. Okay? To give to the military, to give to the government, to allow them to disperse it to whomever they wanted to use it. Why? Why would you want to control someone else's mind? Why would you want to control another person, strip another individual of their free will, just so you can use them and abuse them the way you want to? I feel like that's cruel and unusual punishment. Okay? Monarch programming. That is, somebody came up with that. Okay? All that old COINTELPRO, Medusa, operational bullshit that they fucking do. Do y'all know, not that long ago, the government was actually using, and this could have either been before, during, or after the MK Ultra, or tied into it in some type of way. The government was drugging people with LSD to forcibly get the truth out of people. You can't drug people just to get them to say what the hell you want them to say. And there's a lot of people that died, okay? Do you know how many honeypots and prostitutes that the government has sent in on people? Get these people to drug them just to get information out of them? Sick them on politicians and all other type of people and shit. Yeah. These people have prostitutes, to drug dealers, all kinds of people on their fucking payroll to use them how they want to use them, in any criminal way that they would like to. How is that okay? But that's mildly putting a lot of shit here. There's a whole lot of other things that they do that ties into this systematic abuse. Like, whoever in the hell came up with targeting people, the little targeted individual, from the remote neural monitoring to the neurolinguistic programming to the voice to skull technology, they need to be taken out back to the gun line and shot in the head twice. Why would you come up with this? Why would you create this? To be done on American, like, why? It doesn't make any sense. Why? Purposely doing things to people to make it look like it's mental illness when a person speak out about it, just so you can deem a person. Do you know that your government have purposely made people look crazy on purpose and completely denied any involvement with what they have done to them, knowing full damn hell well that nothing was wrong with those people until they did what they did to them. How is that not cruel and unusual punishment? Your United States Constitution speaks against cruel and unusual punishment. Isn't it, what is it, the 6th Amendment? 8th Amendment? Huh? This is the shit that they do. How is that okay? How's it okay to use microwave weapons to beam voices and shit in people's head? How's that okay? Whoever the fuck invented such a thing to be done, you are the threat to national security. You are the domestic terrorist. And they should be put to death according to the law in the United States of America. It's written. You cannot create a war weapon against American citizens and use it and think you should not be put through. This is the reason why they do this shit in secret, y'all. In secret. And then, like cowards, they deny that it is going on. They deny that it exists. See, I like the back in the day bullies. You know, they was cowards and bitches too. But at least back in the day, you knew who the bullies were. They wasn't punks. They wasn't sissies. They didn't hide. Even if they was picking on you, making fun of you, trying to fight you, whatever, you knew who your enemy was. You knew what they looked like. And you knew what the problem, you could identify the problem, where it was coming from. And the day that you had to knuckle up with them, head to head, toe to toe, then it was what it was. And if y'all had to fight every day to the best man won, then that's what it was. These bitches are cowards today. Everything that they do is in secret, in hiding. And they pride themselves on the sick, twisted shit that they do, but they too coward to come out with the fact that they are doing it. Like people are supposed to be stupid, too stupid to know that they would be doing such a thing. And then they get up on their stadiums behind their pillars and their podiums and things, talk about we the people. We the people that you killing softly every fucking day, that you invading and you violating every damn day. How is that okay? For we the people. This is what they do. This is what they do. All in the name of greed. Spirit, clarify this greed. Clarify greed. Clarify greed, Spirit. See, unexpected income here. High honor. That's all these individuals care about. High honor and wealth. High honor. I've seen high honor, occupations. Great fortunes. That's all they care about. High honor and great fortune. And they don't matter. They don't care who they have to steal from, who they have to kill, who they have to destroy, or nothing. Spirit, clarify. Listen to your intuition, or allow let your wisdom guide you. Let your wisdom guide you. Yeah, let your wisdom guide you about the change. The changes that's around you, the changes that's coming into this world. Allow your wisdom to guide you. I just seen journey here too. Those of you who don't know, I've already heard it. I've already seen it. But many people, as people slowly begin to wake up, people who can, I feel like are going to. My worst fear is that people is going to wait till it's too late. Okay? But I feel like Spirit is telling you, with this change in this journey here, let your wisdom guide you. The Most High has been warning people who are awakened to get out of the United States before it's too late. For a long time. For a very long time. People who are in poverty, people who are elder, people who are sickly, people, it's a lot of people who, for various different reasons, won't be able to when this mass destruction comes. But for those of us who are awakened and aware and being divinely guided, we've been being warned to get out of the United States before it's, and I feel like that's what this change. If you look at this change card, if you look at this vehicle here, you see how this person's stuff is all in here. You see how he's carrying these luggages out like he's leaving or something here. This is a 9. You see this journey? This is 10. See these luggages? Traveling, leaving somewhere, wherever you are. 10 talks about endings and completions. Okay? This 9 can be flipped to a 6. B system, 666. Okay? There's something that is coming. Look at that. Systematic abuse. Didn't I just tell y'all? Y'all, I've been trying to keep from pulling these cards. They kept showing themselves, but by the time I got to systematic abuse and death, it came out. Bad health and death. There's something that is going to be released that's going to cause people bad health instantly and kill people instantly. I'm trying to tell you. You ain't got to believe me. There is something that is coming that's going to cause the masses. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of millions of people, bad health and death. And it's coming fast, quick, and hurry. And it's going to affect communities all around the world, a community near you, I'm telling you. And it's all a part of this cruel and unusual punishment and systematic abuse. That's what's going on, y'all. That's what's going on. Spirit, clarify wickedness in high places. Wickedness in high places. The wickedness in high places. So I feel like this. We have service here, okay? So service talks about someone who is working for someone, helping someone, doing a job for someone, and being paid for it. Didn't I tell you that these satanic powers that be, these shadow government, okay, these 13 bloodlines that's at the tip top of the pyramid, didn't I tell you that they sold out to them demonic entities and deities a long time ago? Way back in the time. Before the time that they created. They sold out. And then is when they sold out the human beings. They sold out the people. This is the reason why this shit is happening. And they did this shit for greed, for wealth, and for power. The shit that they have today. Because they know it was not theirs. They are not the ones who was destined to have it. They know it. This is the reason why they made the pact that they made. We were the ones who were created in his image, not them. That's the reason why they went around stealing land, stealing gold, stealing everything from everything. You can trace it back in history. It's a documented fact. It was never theirs. But because of these bloodlines that made these pacts with these demonic entities and deities that was here first, is the reason why the people are going through this cruel and unusual punishment, systematic abuse. It's all for greed. It's all for power. It's all for their privilege. It's all that they cared about. That's why they sold out a long time ago. But when they sold out, they sold the people out as well. That's the reason why we are being sacrificed and we're dying on a daily basis. They God's got to be fed, right? Spirit, clarify evildoers in disguise. Evildoers in disguise. Evildoers in disguise. I just seen priests. High priests. Highest of the high. Evildoers, and tied into this evildoers in disguise, these false persons. Need I say more? Spirit clarified government, cruel and unusual punishment. So you got official persons, wealthy men and women, high priests, all involved in these shenanigans. Cruel and unusual punishment. Government, cruel and unusual punishment. Spirit. Look at this. Lords. Persons in power and authority, influence, supposed masters and rulers of things are the ones that is responsible for the government, cruel and unusual punishment. Spirit clarified greed. These greedy ass individuals, we have haughtiness here. These are persons who are arrogantly superior. They're arrogant. Arrogantly superior. Narcissistic, possessive, controlling, sociopathic. Some of them psychopaths. As individuals that's greedy. Spirit. Clarify, let your wisdom guide you. Let your wisdom guide you. Yeah, these greedy individuals, they the enemy too. Spirit say they the enemy. Wickedness in high place. We got soldiers here. We talking about the military. Let your wisdom guide you, Spirit. Let your wisdom guide you. Many individuals are waiting for something. I just hope individuals don't wait till it's too late. Let your wisdom guide you, Spirit. I see here love. You see this card here? And you see how this is an angel here? Okay? I feel like, remember I was telling you about individuals who are getting being divinely guided, who are getting messages from spirit. Look at here. This systematic abuse is meant to lead to death. It's set up like that on purpose. It's meant to cause misfortune, and it's meant to lead to death. That's what's going on here, y'all. Doctors are very significant to something that's coming. Doctors, scientists, is something that's very significant to something that is tied into this bad health with this coffin card, which is the death card. These individuals are pleasure seekers. They do shit for their own amusement, their own enjoyment, their own liking, their own ill will, their own benefit, their own desire. That's what's going on here, y'all. Wickedness in high places. They're using control tactics over the people here. Yeah, these evildoers in disguise, they're in their shadow side, their dark side energy. The moon here, we know that this talks about secret things, hidden things, what's done in the dark, dilemmas, criminal activity, things going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, behind one's back. Yeah. This government, cruel and unusual punishment. These individuals know they're guilty of sabotaging the people. They know it. They know it. Spirit, clarify greed. Clarify greed. What I tell you, contracts, careers, and commitments. They made they took a vow. Made a commitment to these demonic entities and deities for their own careers. These are the contracts that they are bound by. This is also Saturn energy, Satan energy. Yeah. Pluto energy here, transformations. That's the reason why they're bringing about destruction. That's the reason why they're bringing about these transformations. Through systematic abuse here. Let your wisdom guide you. Epiphanies. Breakthroughs. You're being guided. Y'all need to listen to your wisdom. Follow your guidance or you're going to be in regret. I also see spying, watching, and inspecting. See disharmony, triggers, and conflicts. So at the bottom of the deck, disharmony, triggers, and conflict is what the people are facing. Going through the many different uphill battles that one have to deal with every single day. Wickedness in high places, Spirit. We got power. The powers that be. This look like a shapeshifter here. You see how he's half man, half beast here? Wickedness in high places. To clarify, evildoers in disguise. Evildoers in disguise. See, they want to bring about a new beginning here. These evildoers in disguise, they doing these evil, wicked, sinister things because they want to bring about a new beginning. So clarify government cruel and unusual punishment. Yeah. This cruel and unusual punishment is due to deception and envy here, okay? But these individuals, they showing us that, you see how this man lifting up his mask? We know who these individuals are that's doing this shit. Greed, Spirit. Greed. Yeah. Because of their greed, they have to come off a sacrifice here. Sacrifice. I told you, their God's got to be fed. Spirit, clarify, let your wisdom guide you. Let your wisdom guide you. Third eye chakra. Many of you whose third eye chakra is open, that's where this epiphany and breakthroughs come through, okay? Moving on. Okay? I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to start being guided to leave the areas in which they are in. This systematic abuse, this is being carried out by persons in authority, persons in power here. Got power and authority out here. Temptation at the bottom of the deck. 15, 1 and 5 is 6 here. Okay, you see how this person look like they are wrapped, they are saturated in dark matter. You see they look like they're black goo, like covering this whole person's body here. You see how, if you look closely, it looks like a double image of this person's face or a triple image of this person's face, okay? This person is shape-shifting in some type of way, under some type of demonic possession or something here. You see what this person is holding in his hand, though? Some type of spear or something like that. But you see this key that's down here? This is the key to something here. It is happening, that's going on. This temptation card is equivalent to seeing the devil card in traditional tarot deck. Yeah. That's what's going on here, y'all. So let's get some tarot, guys. We're going to wrap up this reading. There's so very much more that could be said about this conversation on various different levels, guys. But hopefully this gave you all some brief understanding to what is happening. Spirit, clarify. Let's clarify this reading. Okay, Spirit, clarify wickedness in high places. Wow. It's interesting. I have the Empress and the Emperor came out. What's that in behind there? Look at that with the Three of Water, which is the Three of Cups here. This let us know that there are multiple persons who are involved in this, okay? These are men and women who are in power. You see how both of them look like they're sitting on a throne here? Yes, an emperor could be a father or a father figure. Yes, an empress can be a mother or a mother figure. But behind that, they're supposed to be ones who are grounded, stable, and secure. They can also be seen as organization, leadership, structure, creation, abundance, action. Okay, the Three of Cups talks about a coming together of multiple persons. Okay, oftentimes in gathering or celebration, can talk about communities and friendships are coming together here. Okay, and if you look very closely at these individuals here, you see how these persons are different races. So this brings to account that I'm not even just speaking of the United States when I say these things. These are things that's going on worldwide. Every country has its leaders who are high up in power. You understand what I'm saying? These leaders then come together amongst nothing but leaders and make decisions about things as well. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm speaking to more than just, per se the United States of America. So to clarify, evildoers in disguise. Yeah. Three of Pentacles here, okay? Which is the Three of Earth here. Now, the Three of Earth, this talks about collaborations. This talks about contracts. Once again, we already got the Three of Cups here. Now we have the Three of Pentacles. This let us know that there are either certain countries, certain people worldwide that has come together for the purposes of money. And it all leads back to this greed. So this wickedness in high places, this is worldwide. Okay, this is something that is widespread, that is worldwide. And these persons have come together and made some type of pact. If you notice, if you notice, look at American artists. I'm gonna give you an example, okay? And you can go do your own research. If you notice, if you look at American artists and look at artists who are, say, from China, look at artists who are from Japan, look at artists who are from Russia, look at artists who are from the UK, look at artists who are from various areas of the world, okay? And the reason why I say artists, because these people are all a part of the entertainment industry. It doesn't matter what part of the world that they come from, because they're artists, they're all a part of the entertainment industry. Okay, if you notice their hand signs, their symbolisms and different shit, it all ties back into the same demonic shit. Okay, this means that's learned behavior. Okay, this means that has trickled down from their government, from where they're from, somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? If you have, if say you have an artist from China who's throwing up the same, say for instance, 3 6s, the 666 symbolism, or the devil horns, okay, the Baphomet sign, okay, they didn't learn that, they didn't get that from, or was taught that from American artists. Okay, that was something that they learned from the country in which they came from. You understand what I'm saying? But now you have to, since you're looking cross country, now you have to ask, well, did the leadership come together and make this a part of a bigger picture of what's going on with some? That is what is happening. And it has explained that like that because of the evildoers in disguise. If you look at New Beginnings here, look at this person. This person is standing on the world. You understand what I'm saying? She's not just standing where the United States is. This is something that's happening worldwide here. You see that this is a 0 here. Okay, this is like seeing the Fool card in the traditional tarot deck here. Okay, one taking a leap of faith in something here. 0 starts just like how a 0 is made, is just made like a O, is the same shape of the world. Okay, new beginnings. They're trying to bring about the new beginning that they want. And there's certain individuals that have come together in collaboration with one another for the purposes of money to make this happen. Hopefully I understood that. I mean, y'all, I explained that where y'all could understand here, okay? To clarify government cruel and unusual punishment here, I see the Seven of Swords here. These individuals are liars, cheaters, deceivers, manipulators, con artists, Spirit is saying. They've been sneaking and creeping around trying to get away with what they're doing, okay? I also just seen, I'm going to see if it comes back out. I just seen, well, let's just see if it comes, there it is. The world. Once again, you see the entirety of the world here. This government cruel and unusual punishment, this is letting you know that this is happening worldwide. Okay? You see this angel here that's looking over the entirety of the world. She's not just looking at the United States or just looking at different areas of the world. This is the entirety of the world. You see how the wings are wrapped around the entirety of the world here. This is the world that is going through some type of cruel and unusual punishment. Okay? And this is being done on purpose, okay? Because when you get, when the world has gone full cycle here, you get a finalizing, you get a completion, you get an ending. There has to be an ending for there to be a new beginning. You understand what I'm saying? So thus is the reason for this cruel and unusual punishment. Spirit, clarify greed. Clarify greed. Spirit say that's truth. That's clarity. They cause this heartache and this pain for the purposes of greed. Okay? Which is the reason why they have to come off of these sacrifices that they do. Spirit, clarify, listen to your, excuse me, I keep saying listen to your intuition. That's obviously something Spirit wants me to say. But this card actually say, let your wisdom guide you. Let your wisdom guide you, Spirit. I see the High Priestess here, okay? So this talks about intuition, wisdom, patience here, okay? Those of you who are awakened, who are aware, you know the truth. You know the clarity. You see how this High Priestess is holding this scroll here? This is secret information, secret knowledge, occultic knowledge here, okay? This systematic abuse, this is done for one, to bring about sadness, loss, disappointment, and regret. But it's also Ten of Swords here, the Ten of Air, which talks about endings, a recovery, a freedom, okay? Completions and endings, like I told you here. This is complete and utter betrayal is what is happening here, guys, okay? So that's what's going on, guys. I do hope that this is giving you the truth and the clarity that you were seeking pertaining to a situation that you may be dealing with. For those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so at tip.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is Shine Bright Like a Diamond 36 with the underscore between each word. For any person who is interested in donating to the channel, you can do so through CASHAPP, which is $tipdiamond36. Or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamonds. As always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there's evil that is lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep. Watch surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God.